Hopefully the wind's not too much for the camera. So.
Yeah, I hope not to. I was speaking. I'm a loudmouth, so it's okay. Last night, we had to kind of hustle for a place to stay, getting close to New Jersey.
Yep.
Found a place. Some of the places are reserved and some aren't.
Yeah, we found a truck stop, and it's one of the big names, and seems like a potential scam going on there.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody's familiar with reserve parking. We drove around the parking lot, purposely looking for a free space, one that's not reserved.
Yeah.
And we found a whole section that was not marked reserved. So there was one available. We took that one. I guess about 10:30 last night, we get a knock on the door, and the guy, he did work there. He was in the little golf cart with the flashing lights on it, and he had his paper. He was going around checking trucks in reserved spots, and proceeded to tell me that we were parked in a reserved spot, and I told him it wasn't marked, and we didn't see that it was reserved. That's why we parked there.
Yeah, it wasn't written on the
No,
cement. Now the ones on down were.
Yeah, it wasn't even faded. I mean, there was nothing there. It was
there.
still daylight when we parked there. There was nothing marked in that spot.
There was only one left. Just
but
one.
he had a full spiel. He told me right away after that it's $22 if you pay on the app or inside, but I can help you out.
Yeah.
He proceeded to tell me a story about being homeless, and he's living in his car, and if we could give him just $10 cash, he'd be good with that, and he would just check us off like we paid, and it'll all be good. And really think it's a scam.
Yeah, we talked it over a little bit.
Yeah,
we really feel good because he said Chris could get out and go to an ATM and get some money for him.
Right.
And it's a big parking lot. It's
right.
dark. I didn't like it.
And then he gave me the option to, you can just pay in the morning when you leave. See if you can find me in the morning, and you can hand me $10.
4 o'clock when I left.
Right. So
I found him. Rode right by him.
Yeah, we think he was just trying to make some extra money off.
I think they do that.
Off of other spots. So kind of be aware of that.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was really doing his job and it was a reserved spot, we'd either have to move or we would have to go inside and pay or pay on the app. That's
they
it.
tell you right away when you pull up to those.
Right.
They ride around and they say you need to go on in and you get a ticket and put it in your window.
Right.
Or they don't say, hey.
The reason he was okay with us parking there is because it was not a reserved spot. He was just trying to make some extra cash on the side.
And you feel sorry for people, but
I mean, I give it to him for the side hustle, but
right.
just kind of be aware of those kind of things.
Yeah. Now, when you stay at Love's, there's no reserved.
Yeah.
When you stay in rest areas, there's no reserves.
Right. And truthfully, most of exceptions to every rule, but most Loves are newer to the point that the parking lots are bigger, the spaces are a little bigger. Some of the older truck stops, the spaces are really small, the parking lot's tight.
They're not painted well.
Right, you're more likely to get hit in those kind of places, and a lot of times those are the ones that want you to pay. So I mean, go figure.
Up north, the further you go, there's scarce. It's very scarce.
Yeah.
So there's no rest areas at all up there.
The more limited the parking, the more chances that you will have to pay to stay somewhere.
Yeah. So that was our experience last night, and it's the worst thing when you've got to get up early in the morning and drive, and you're tired from driving.
Right.
You just settle down.
Yeah, you just go to sleep, and then
dogs are settled, and people will knock on your door and wake you up. Want to chit chat about, options.
Right.
And so, like I say, we talked it over, and we weren't comfortable with that at all. So we feel like it was a little bit of a thing that someone privately's doing.
Right.
And so I don't know if any of you guys run into that out there, but this is a thing going on. Times are tough. I mean, people do stuff, and if they want you to pay cash and discourage you from paying on the app.
Right.
Kind of
That
red
was
flag.
the big red flag. It wasn't
Yeah.
that, you know, I was kind of, well, the guy's trying to help us out for a minute, but he was really trying to discourage us from actually paying
Yeah.
inside at the truck stop or on the app and just paying him directly.
Yeah, and go to the
So-
ATM. We got an ATM right
Right.
here. I didn't like that at all. I'm
So,
like,
I mean, that could potentially be another setup,
I mean,
or,
you don't know.
it's
You just don't know. I mean, they hire these guys to just run around, and they're not really, I don't even know. They're just running around in a little golf cart. So could be, he just started today. He's not going to be there tomorrow. So you don't know how
Right.
close they are managing these people. But anyway, that was our experience last night. So tonight,
Yeah, tonight we're
no
at-
one's knocking on our door tonight.
No, we're at a rest stop tonight.
Yeah,
and,
very nice. It's green and it's lush, and it just lifts
Yeah.
your spirits a little bit. And
Yeah. And it's nice to have areas like right now we're out at the picnic tables. It's nice to get out of the truck for a little bit. I mean, you're in there all day, you're driving all day.
and
It's
the
good to
dogs
get-
love the green grass.
Yeah.
They like to.
We've already taken them out for
Round.
a nice walk and let them stretch their legs a little bit.
So we're gonna go back and have a little bit of dinner. And tomorrow we deliver.
Right.
So we are 65 miles out, which is kind of really a good sweet spot for me.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get up
Yeah.
and you don't have to wake up so early, and you can just do your thing. So. And still be there on time. So that's
Yep.
what we're doing tomorrow, and then we have another little hustle after that
Right.
already planned. So
Yeah. And if nothing else comes out, it's Memorial Day weekend, so we're kind of expecting it to be slow.
we'll see. I'm
yeah.
kind of
Yeah, we might be surprised.
Curious.
If we are, we'll gladly take it. We'll take take a good load if it's out there. But
Another thing too to watch out for, when we were new, we took something that was right up to Thanksgiving and right up to Christmas, and they're really busy right up to. But some of these agents and some people, they're not forthcoming, and
yeah.
we had to hold it
Yeah.
over the holiday because
Yeah.
the place was shut down.
We had an agent that just lied to us, and he knew the place was closed. We later found out he knew that it was closed. He knew they wouldn't take it before we got there.
Yeah. And I
And-
know this has happened to other drivers
Yeah.
too, but you just want to be
Yeah,
real
now we're stuck over the
careful.
holiday
Yep.
with the load on our truck that we can't get rid of.
And you got it. Hazmat or whatever it is, you got it. You're running reefer usually, so that's your fuel, and now you're running reefer this whole time with that blaring and hoping that holds good at temps. And
Which,
it's not. You're not getting paid to hold it for one thing.
Right, and that's
a
another
fee right there.
another bonus to after you get going with Landstar in particular, make some relationships with
Yes.
some good agents,
That's the
and you
one.
don't run into this stuff. I mean,
Right.
you kind of know who you're working for.
Yes.
You
You
That's a
have
better
safeguard
situation.
with FedEx. I
Right.
mean, because they're not, dispatch isn't going to do that to you.
right.
But you definitely will get that with some agents, and they're just like some truck drivers. They're not all for you. They're for
Right.
themselves. They're new,
Right.
or they just don't care, or whatever. But anyway, we're going to go have some dinner, and
Have some dinner, and we'll see you next time.
all right. Thanks for watching.